And welcome back to the first of a few very special A Toy Kind of Mood episodes. I'm Bobby. He is K-Wish. What's up, buddy? You look much more refreshed than I do. Let's put it that way.
Had a shower, and it's all the alcohol, really. It's in my veins.
So I pulled an all-nighter. Haven't done that in a while.
I know. I'm sad to hear that you were stuck late over in Vegas.
And then I flew Spirit, so it was like sitting on a park bench.
That's even worse. Actually, I don't know which is worse, like being laid over or flying Spirit.
Oh my god, it was so bad. Although before we get to our Marvel Legends, I actually got a refund this morning from something I bought last night.
Okay.
Because I got my first of two meals when I got to Vegas. I was starving. I hadn't eaten since breakfast. I go to this place, horrible service, horrible food. The cashier actually gave me a discount because it was so minuscule. I had 2 bites and Ashley found me a Shake Shack right down the next gate over, or what, pretty much, or the next
you have a lovely wife.
I do. I have a great one, but I got an email like, how's our service? I'm like, oh, let me tell you. And so this morning I woke, do my phone, and before I board, like, we are so sorry for your service. Here's a refund.
That's nice.
Yeah. So Comic-Con happened this past week. We had so much. We covered so much, but one of the big ones, and it was amazing. The Marvel Legends Hasbro panel. Dan, Ryan, Monique, and Jesse were there.
Yep. They're very cool.
Very cool. Great people. Great panel.
Mm-hmm. It was really nice. It was really nice to be in the room with them again. Sadly, we were missing Dwight, but nonetheless, Dwight was there in spirit and
yes.
via the video clips.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Now, real quick, I thought the presentation was great. I mean, I thought they did a great job with it. But here, so we had classic Old Man Loki. Revealed. He was one of my favorite parts of Loki. He Who Remains, aka King, with the apple.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that figure.
Same here. The What If Howard the Duck with the Marvel Zombies. Scott Lang.
The Ant-Man head, yes.
Yeah, I dug that. I thought it was really funny. So we go from there to the to Spidey with the Riot and the Agony, which complete the Life Foundation Symbiote 5 team. Some of these deep cuts even get me. I know of them, but the fact that they made, the fact that they made these characters, Stephen, I think, goes to the fact that whatever you have on your X-Men list will probably get done sometime in the future.
Yeah, they're gonna do some deep cuts. From what I gleaned from the interview, the 3 of them are very big X-Men fans, particularly Dan.
Yes.
And I was asking them some cheeky questions off camera, which I'm not allowed to divulge in this podcast, but nonetheless. So I think I'm going to be very happy in the next year and a half with the X-Men reveals.
Perfect. So we got Human Fly and Razorback, which Robo did come up and announce it. I didn't realize. Yeah, that dude is shy. Like, no.
He doesn't seem shy when he does his show. I mean,
right?
I guess in person, some people, they have different kinds of shyness. Like, I'm more of a theater actor, so like when I go up on stage, I'm not really that shy. And then doing TV or film, I mean, it's because there's just a camera and there's a few people watching you. And it's like, it's not in my head that maybe millions of people are going to be watching it. I mean, I'm hoping millions of people watch when I'm
right. No, I get it. I'm the same way, dude.
But it's not in my head that that's happening, so I'm not really shy about the camera. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an arrogant ass, and that's why I can just be in front of people and don't care. First rule about that: give no fucks what other people think.
Exactly.
That's my advice to you, Robo.
There you go, Robo.
Robo was great, by the way.
He did. but then we got the Sentry with the alternate flaming head when he becomes the Void. That looked amazing.
Yes.
That looked great. I did like the fact that they actually it wasn't just Deco, that the cape actually does come over, his torso. There's a lot.
We'll be purchasing that figure as well.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do with that one, especially when he becomes the Void. Some great shots with that one. They teased the new HasLab, which was Ghost Rider.
I think it's his car.
I think they're gonna go Robbie Reyes.
Okay.
With the car, because if they did the motorcycle, now you can go a few ways with this, since it is the 50th anniversary. You could start with Robbie Reyes and then have a tier B Johnny Blaze and Danny Ketch.
Yep.
So you could have all three Ghost Riders for this HasLab. Which
I have that Golden Goose, the Legendary Riders, on his motorcycle. I have that one.
Do you really?
Apparently goes for like a fortune on the secondary market. I'm never selling it because I mean it's kind of my baby, because like if you're gonna have a decent Marvel collection, you have to have Ghost Rider on it.
True.
Like, WTF. If you can't have a Ghost Rider in your collection, what are we really doing?
It's
right?
True. And I might, depending on what it is and how they look, I might back this.
Yeah.
Then the drops. We also got the Pulse exclusive Heralds of Galactus 2-pack, the Fallen one, and Terex. Those looked great.
Yeah.
If I had gotten that Galactus, which I was trying to do but didn't happen, I would get this 2-pack. So I'd have all his Heralds. Which, by the way,
they're going deep.
Huh?
They're going deep.
I know, but here's the thing: that Galactus on the floor looked beautiful.
I liked that as well.
God.
Are you regretting not being able to get it?
Yes.
Yeah.
1000%. 1000%. We also, I thought this was really cool what they did. They did Loki from Loki without the jacket, like the sleeves rolled up. But then they pair him with a Tesseract for cosplayers. Yeah. Which I dug that. I thought that was really cool. You can see I took pictures from the floor right here with it. And then I want this. I don't know if I'll get it, but I like it. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. That cartoon was a part of my childhood. I don't know.
I got to come clean with my opinion about that.
By all means, lay it on me.
So I have a Firestar.
Okay.
I have a really good Spider-Man.
Okay.
Like secretly the one that everybody wants, the one that's on that, the classic card, the retro card. I have one of those. Shh, don't tell Travis. I think actually he has that too. If I'm not mistaken, I think he has one in his room. So the only reason I would really be buying it is for the cell shaded Iceman, which is very cool. I have that sculpt of Iceman. I can't pay $90 for just a cell shaded. I mean, I'm an X-Men simp, as you know, but
I know.
Times are tough.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to pass on that 3-pack because I do have technically all 3 of those characters already, and Miss Lion in a different color is not also, it's not pushing me to get it.
Right now, what would you do? Say if it goes on clearance?
If it goes on clearance, of course. So, like even if like Hasbro does their 40% off sale that they do twice a year, of course I'm going to get it. Okay. I mean, just getting like just that packaging, like with them, coming out of like the burst and like running together.
Love that.
It's fun. Yeah. I mean, like I watched Spider-Man's Amazing Friends. That was my introduction. I think that was my introduction to Marvel, because that was on like when I was like 5.
That would have been my introduction to Marvel as well. Yeah.
Back in the 80s on Saturday morning cartoons. I loved it.
It was Spidey and the Amazing Friends and Dino Riders. Which I loved as well.
I did not watch Dino Riders. I heard of it. Smurfs. I think Pac-Man and Donkey Kong was like a show. Yeah. They say that like G.I. Joe and He-Man and Turtles were Saturday morning cartoons, but where I lived in New York, that was on after school. That wasn't a Saturday morning cartoon. So I mean, I don't know where. I mean, the country was a different place back in the 80s. We'll put it to that. Yeah.
Thank you, cocaine. Then finally, 2 more vintage drops. That Scorpion.
Yes.
Which looked really great.
Yes.
And the vintage carded Beast. Now, I want to get that beast.
Would you give me like this 10 seconds so I can just show the viewers a little something that I cooked up?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll talk while you get that.
Right.
I want the beast, but look, I've already got the Caliban beast, and I've already got the gray beast with the initial classics. I don't. If it goes on sale, I'd pick it up.
So this is, I mean, this is not what they showed. So
No, but it's basically what
basically is it. And
Yeah.
I got a custom head, and he's got the glasses, and he's got like a little, I guess it's Compound X or whatever the hell you want to call that. Now, am I going to purchase that beast? I already did. It's pre-ordered on Big Bad Toy Store, but because I do want one on the card, and it does look cool on the card. And it's, I mean, you really can never have too many beasts, because Beast is like, he's my top 5 favorite X-Men characters. But I have this in my display. This is the Caliban Beast.
Yeah.
And I took the lab coat off of the Beast from Toy Biz, like when Toy Biz did that 5-pack.
Gotcha.
That Beast, it wasn't terrible, but this is a better Beast.
Yes.
And Hasbro knows that they did a better Beast.
Yes.
And then, you know, Deanna and Dwight and Ryan know that they did a better Beast. But this is basically going to be in my display. So normally, if had I not gotten this, I'd purchase 2 of those Beasts.
Gotcha.
But I'm only going to get just the one, just to keep on the card, because I've already got my custom, you know, one of the various customizers made this head, and I just blue tacked him on there. I took the glasses off of some, I think, Clark Kent figure. And this is my Beast. It's the same one. And I also have, I think I've got beakers. Probably I got them somewhere from Fortnite. I think I got beakers from one of the characters.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I love it. I might get it just to go with my classics. I've already got a Beast. I think.
Yeah.
We'll see where I am. You
know. I mean, pre-order it, and if money's tight around that time, you can just cancel.
That is true. I might do that. All right, now. We are moving on up in the world because we got a really badass interview.
We did.
With Dan and Ryan.
Yes.
Over here.
And welcome to a very special Toy Kind of Mood at San Diego Comic-Con. It's Bobby, it's K-Wish, and we are here with the Marvel Legends crew themselves. Dan and Ryan, guys, how are y'all?
Doing great. We just had our panel, so you know, we're still riding off that excitement.
Yeah. That was a damn good panel. And actually, thanks. I won't lie, my first Hasbro panel ever.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's an honor.
I go to them every year. They're great.
Yeah, well, okay, so I won't lie. So we talked about that, we cover the Hasbro panels a lot.
Okay.
And y'all are tied with #1 with Emily and Lenny, but really...
Tied? Oh, man.
Yeah, Emily and Lenny are a lot of fun. They
are awesome. They are awesome.
But y'all are so good together. Like, so I'm gonna kick this off thing. Like, I love y'all's camaraderie. Like, y'all are like not even in the same state. And that friendship, like we talk about all the time, that camaraderie just like shines through.
Yeah, and then you were so on cue with Dwight throughout the whole thing. It was like, I mean, it almost felt like Dwight was there.
Yeah, no, like we really missed Dwight. We were happy that we got some pre-recorded stuff with him. You know what I mean? And it's always a pleasure to have Jesse Falcon as our guest too, because you know he is the godfather of Marvel Legends. So yeah, we missed Dwight. And we missed Steve too, but yeah, the panel is always fun, and we had Monique, her first time there too. So
yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk with Jesse multiple times a week, so that's why the camaraderie is there.
That's
because
true,
we spend a lot of time together. But super happy that he could join us, and we did all miss Dwight, but you know we've been working with Dwight for years, and just try to make him proud, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. I mean, all the product you put out is amazing. I buy 95% of it, so.
Thank you.
Tell us what that 5% is. We got to get you.
Some money has to go to GI Joe. Some of it has to.
Gotcha. That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
All right, so we do have a few questions for y'all.
Sure.
Okay, why don't you go first, man?
All right, so my first question's more of a technical aspect question. So with Target, not so much Walmart, but with Target, you're doing a lot of single case pack outs. So I've just been trying to buy the Bone Breaker wave, and I've been in Target many times, and all I'm seeing is Vulcans and Sirens. I'm not seeing any Darwins, I'm not seeing any Maggots. They're all coming out in like piecemeal, so I'm getting my Maggot and my Havoc from Big Bad Toy Store. I'm getting my Vulcan and my Siren from Target. It's just like back in the day, you guys used to do, you know, a full case of all of them together, and so I could walk into Target, see them all, be like, scoop, and I complete my Bone Breaker figure. But now it's getting a little trickier. So is it better for you, do you think, to have those single case pack outs, or do you think you'd want to go back to the one per model, the way that it used to be?
So I think we're doing it because the retailer requested it that way, and it kind of is better for their systems and how their planograms are arranged. I think a lot of it is honestly just a crapshoot, because if you're talking full case packs and a Target gets 1 or 2 cases, if someone picks the one that you wanted, then you're kind of left in a lurch either way.
Yeah.
So, you know, I would just recommend you just try to keep hitting up the stores and try to mix it up. And these retailers with Walmart Con and Target's Haulathon, they are trying to put a greater emphasis on their e-com, not only with exclusives, but also just like the mainline releases. So hopefully you guys can get what you want without too much driving around. I know that's a pain. But yeah, that's just kind of indicative of the new retail landscape, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have great partners such as Target, and yeah, whichever retailer you guys go to, hopefully you'll still be able to collect the entire wave, you know?
I finally completed it as of yesterday.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
Yeah, he was. I was so excited. I was like, wow, they're going deep. They're digging deep. I was just like, maybe we'll see some more deep cuts, like, I don't know, Generation X or Marauders eventually, perhaps.
We've heard a lot of requests for those too, I feel like. So, but yeah, we were just so happy to put out Bone Breaker. It's been a favorite of Dwight's for a very, very long time. He's right here.
He's so dope.
Yeah,
He's so dope.
So, yeah, no, just as for us, we love to hear what fans want. So if Generation X and Marauders are something that you guys are passionate about, let us know, let Dwight know, let Jesse know, and yeah.
I would love to do Generation X. That first, like, I was a kid when it came out, and I had the, you know, #1 with the foil cover and everything. Yeah, so.
Then it means you get to do another version of Jubilee.
Sure, we love it.
Yeah. I was like, we've already gotten 2 Jubilees. We got the animated style, and we got the one from the...
3 technically
Three
with the
with,
VHS one behind us,
Okay,
but that's
alright,
kind
cool.
of a half a new one. But yeah.
All right, so the HasLab y'all teased, which I mean, I'm just gonna assume that it's the Ghost Rider with the car Ghost Rider.
We don't know.
We don't know. Could be.
I don't know.
Who knows?
But
Dan knows.
of course
Dan knows.
But what are the odds of us getting a Blackbird for the X-Men for a future HasLab?
I mean, we gotta see how far the HasLab train can go. That would be like what is it, like an 8 foot, 6 foot long?
That's fine.
Yeah, so we'll have to. Yeah, we need to make a lot of them. So if you can get, like, you know, 10,000 buddies who would feel the same way, that could.
Does it
help
have
us
to be
out.
that big though? Like, could we scale it down a little bit? Because like with Super 7 and their Thunder Tank, you'd only really have to technically fit maybe 4 or 6 X-Men in it.
Yeah, I mean,
know.
it's definitely a design challenge. You know, we love to try to keep it in scale as much as possible, but you know, both of us and Dwight, we all love the X-Men. We love the Blackbird. We love the X-Jet. So it's definitely in our meetings about HasLabs. It's always been something that's up, but we just want to be very considerate of people who have space or lack thereof. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have a hard time finding space for Galactus myself, right? So we just want to be mindful of that too. But we know how popular Blackbird is, or the X-Jet is, and yeah, it's definitely on. It's a challenge that I think we're willing to explore, I would say, in the future.
I will say, real quick, that y'all are the reason that whenever my wife comes into my office, she give me a hug and she goes, "You have too many toys." I'm like, shh, there's no such thing. 'Cause I have a whole shelf just full of my Marvel Legends.
Nice.
So just, my wife will have words with y'all if y'all do the Blackbird. 'Cause I'm like, honey, look what I got. And I have it hanging, so.
I don't have that problem. I live with him, so, and he's just like, buy more shit, dude. I'm like, yep,
Well, you
absolutely.
could hang the Blackbird and it won't take up your shelf space.
Right, or we could just, I could move into a warehouse too, and that's fine. I mean, yeah, that's fine. My other question is with Mojo, the Mojo pack, I did order it.
Nice.
So a lot of people online and people that follow our channel, they're clamoring for a new Spiral. You did Spiral back in the day. You did her as a Target exclusive.
We did.
Do you think there could possibly be a major Domo and a Spiral 2-pack in our future to complement that that pack?
I mean, that's definitely an idea.
Right.
We definitely are cognizant of the characters that go with Mojo, right? And yeah, that's definitely. What do you want to say about that? What do you think?
Yeah, I think that would be fitting. Hasbro did a spiral
Yeah.
a while ago. I don't even have that figure.
I own it because, like I said, I'm.
So you're all set. I need it more than you.
No, I mean, like, but I'll still like. You could do the same version of the same character. You could do Deadpool or Wolverine on the toilet, wiping their butt, and I'd buy it.
Well, that would be great. That would be great. I think we probably pitched that idea for
I think
Deadpool already.
that's a great, yeah.
But yeah, no, Spiral makes great sense, and yeah, we're just starting to unlock the Mojoverse here.
It's over there, right?
Mojoverse is right there.
Yeah, I'll go check that out. I want to see what I want to see what I'm buying.
Now,
First close.
y'all talked a lot about the, you know, like the time that y'all been doing this, like the year, like right, like I've been doing this year. Y'all have the 20th anniversary classic, which y'all hinted at maybe another wave, which, but cause I love those figures. But for y'all, what's y'all's favorite like part of the process for these figures, from like either from the design to like release? What is y'all's favorite like aspect of it?
That's a great question. I think, and this is not trying to be cheesy, but one of my favorite parts about working at Hasbro is like seeing the reaction of like the customer at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So we work very, very hard behind the scenes to get the product developed and marketed and everything like that. And for me, I'm always around Target or Walmart or somewhere, and I see a new collector like picking it up and they're seeing their reaction. That brings a lot of joy to my heart. Meeting you guys and hearing your feedback, that brings so much joy to my heart, and it makes all of the work and the hours that we put into it well worth it, I think, for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, that was a very nice answer. I had a more selfish approach to it, but I will say that, yeah, it's great, and with the, you know, now with social media, we can get in touch with fans, and so it's awesome to hear, you know, positive feedback and any kind of feedback, and just that people are digging what a whole team, like if you guys knew how many people went into their work and time and effort and creativity goes into Marvel Legends, like there's way too many people to even count. But my selfish answer is when the FEPs come in from our engineer,
I knew you would say
which
this.
is like, you know, the designers and engineers get kind of test shots and things before they're decoed to see the progress, but we don't really deal with the hands-on type approach directly. But then when we get the FEPs, which I'm a big packaging guy, like I'm a mint and pack guy, it's like Christmas. Like, here's a new wave, FEP just came, and that's like I can take a few minutes just to go through it and see it for the first time myself, almost like a consumer, but just like way ahead of the on-shelf date. But yeah, that's really fun.
So speaking of packaging, because we've had this debate in our chat about the plastic list. So you're a mint and box guy. So let me ask you this. So I both like love and hate it, because like that right there. Like I'm looking at the classics, the plastic. It looks fantastic in plastic. However, the artwork you get with the plastic list design, it's like a yin yang almost, where it's like I want that, I want to see that, but like the VHS tapes are beautiful. Like, do you have a preference, or?
I mean, I just learned to embrace it all. I think I've thought about this a while, but like, yeah, I have a lot of stuff, but I can't display everything at once, and so they're just in bins in a closet anyway. So does it matter that, like, when I want something mint in box, that's I know it's complete, I know it hasn't been messed with, I know if I needed to, you know, trade it or give it to someone, that it would be a complete one. So like, you know, that's kind of my biggest pull for mint in box collecting. Not necessarily that I'm looking at every single thing I own at all times. You know, that being said, it is great. Like the blister cards and the old window boxes were great. It's just kind of the new world we're in, and we're doing it for the right reasons. And I think our teams have done a great job with the digital renders and the artwork for things like the X-Men VHS line, which when you do it the right way, it's like, it's a positive, right?
Beautiful.
Like, so.
Yeah, shout out to Dan Wiesemeyer, who did the artwork for the VHS line. People have the opportunity to meet him, actually. Is it tomorrow or
Saturday.
Tomorrow. So whenever we get to collaborate and work with great artists on the packaging, I think that's always awesome too.
Being a huge environmentalist, I mean, like, I'm torn with it. A toy collector / being green and driving a Prius and everything like that. I'm just like, it's just like I want my blister cards, but I was like, I don't want like microplastics in the ocean and turtles choking on straws and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and like you mentioned the VHS pack. Like I opened it, and it was perfect because you just open it and it's all there. There's no like crunkling. There's no like plastic that you're like oh, this is trash.
And you don't have the twisty ties to undo, which are so annoying.
Yeah, those little tie downs.
Oh my god, if I open a figure constantly.
It's like you need a knife to open up your toy. Like
yeah, I gotta get the scissors out whenever I open, especially my Super 7 figures. It's like cut. I'm just like, I just want my figure. You guys are a little easier. You can just yank you can just yank it right out of the plastic container. It's just like, just grab Storm by the head and just pull her right out.
One of the few positives,
Well, that's all the time we have with y'all. Hey, Dan, Ryan, man, thank y'all so much. Wonderful panel. Like we do our grades. We actually when we watch y'all's panel or like when we watch like the Hasbro, we do like grade like
Really?
Well,
Yeah, we do.
we have to like and
We
like
do your
literally
top 10s.
you're always like we're always like it's like even when we get a figure, it's like do we like I don't know. It's always like I'm gonna give this a 5 for the presentation because these guys are so like effing good. Like y'all are so like we love watching y'all.
Yeah, we do. And honestly, since you've been doing your live streams and your Hasbro live streams and your Marvel Legends and your Marvel Tuesdays or Fridays, like going through the coronavirus in isolation, that was one of the highlights of like just being alone in my apartment.
Yeah.
And seeing you and Dwight and you guys just and your camaraderie and just how much fun you're having on Zoom, and it's just like, I was like, they're still doing it, and I was like, it makes me happy to go to the store. And
Like literally. We became friends.
Yeah.
Kind of like watching y'all.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, like when we say like we actually do like love what y'all do and love watching y'all, like we're being genuine.
Yeah, no,
we love your product too.
No, genuinely though, that's awesome to hear. That really touches our hearts, and what you see there on whatever the camaraderie that you see, that none of that is fake. Like that's how we interact in like real life too, and hopefully we always stay authentic to that, hopefully, whenever.
Y'all do.
So my final question then, does also Dwight participate in the breakdancing?
Yeah, he's like one of the best breakdancers.
I believe it. I believe it.
that.
I believe it.
Once you bust out the cardboard,
he seems
him
like
and
it.
Jesse are like really good.
He
the
seems like
marketers
it.
are the lacking. We lack. We gotta like practice a little
You
bit
gotta step up
more.
your game if you want those X-Men deep cuts.
I mean, yeah.
Can't be my Generation X, so that
You gotta practice, boss. Come on.
Teach you some moves, yeah.
Well, hey, Dan, Ryan, thank you so much for this, man. We really appreciate it, y'all. We really do.
This is very nice. Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
I
guys.
appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
For
so
Talking
much.
and Mood,
I
I'm Bobby.
appreciate it.
He's K-Wish. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Back, here we are.
Man, look. This is what it's really cool about these guys is that they are exactly how you think they are.
Mm-hmm.
You watch the show, you see Dan, you see Ryan, you see Dwight. Dwight wasn't there, but Dan and Ryan are exactly how they are, and it's really makes just the interview process so much easier.
Yep, they're so cool, so like easy to talk to, so transparent. I mean, it was a good experience. I was like, Dan and Ryan basically were one of the highlights of my Comic-Con.
Oh,
I would
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And it was hilarious because after the interview, Ryan goes, "So you give us grades?" I'm like, yeah. He goes, Can I show my parents the grade? I'm like, yes. You get an A+. He goes, okay, awesome.
That was a very cool interview. They were, they answered all my questions. One of my questions wasn't necessarily the answer that I wanted, but nonetheless, they gave me the answer. So I was like,
they give the best answer.
It was about the logistics of the case pack outs. I was like, I get where Hasbro's coming from with it. I get that it's the retailer thing, but still as a collector, because I still have a collector mentality as well, because I do empathize and I see like things from a money-making point of view or through a business point of view, because I run a semi-business myself. And I understand where you have to appeal to the general consumer. But I was also thinking to myself, I was like, okay, so Target wants a case of 6 Vulcans and 6 Sirens. I was like, does the buyer from Target actually know who Siren or Vulcan is?
Doesn't
Because
matter.
I'm going to make a confession to our viewers. You all know out there that I'm an X-Men whore. I had to ask this guy, who's Vulcan? Who is he? Because Robert's like, oh, you don't know who Vulcan is? He's like the third Summers brother. I was like,
Yeah.
the fuck? Waka Flocka, there's another Summers brother.
It's
And
not
he's like,
the
yeah,
same.
it's Vulcan. And I was just like, well, I mean, I got to have him. I've never heard of him. It's probably, was he in the Extreme line?
No, he was
X-Men?
second Genesis.
What, give me like a time frame. When did that comic come out?
2008.
Oh, I stopped reading X-Men in 99.
Oh yeah,
I would pick up the occasional book
yeah.
just to see my merry band of mutants and see what they're up to. And of course, if there was a Rogue and Gambit comic, I would buy that.
Right.
But in 2008, I wasn't really into it anymore. I stopped reading in 99.
So right now, so Vulcan has been the king of the Shi'ar for a bit,
Oh God.
and right now he's being humbled by Sunspot, which is nice.
Okay. All right. So Hickman's taken them in a different direction than I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I did read Powers of X and House of X, and wasn't my cup of tea. I know you love it.
I do.
Just-
X-Men is it X-Men Red, where it's Storm, Magneto, and Sunspot? Like Storm is like leader of the mutants on Mars. It's fantastic.
yeah.
Now after the panel and after our interview, Marvel did their Hall H, and we saw a beautiful, beautiful Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever trailer. I watched it like 3 times, 4 times, and it's still each time I'm like, oh, so good.
I'm excited for it.
So good, same. But Marvel Legends did a little drop after, and we got the Black Panther 2 wave. We got the Build-A-Figure is gonna be a tuna, like Namor's right-hand man in the comics and the movies. We're getting Namor, which I pre-ordered.
I pre-ordered Namor as well.
Nakia, Okoye, which I might get Okoye. I always love that character.
Yeah, I like her too because she was once a Build-A-Figure. I think this is different. This is a
Yes.
different design in her. So
Yes.
I think Wave 1 was Okoye Build-A-Figure
Yes.
of Black Panther.
Yeah.
So I'm not-
And then we get Everett Ross, which I will get Everett Ross. I love his character.
but we'll get him on clearance probably.
Yeah. And then we did get the Hatut. Oh no, we did see this in the panel, the Hatut Zerazi and the new Black Panther. That new Black Panther looks amazing. I will get that. I will get that comic accurate Black Panther. And then finally, Moody did his review on this figure because he was able to get one in hand. It was a final piece of the What If Ultron Build-A-Figure wave, which was She-Hulk.
Yeah, whatever. Good for him.
Yeah, exactly. I told him how I really felt about him
No,
getting
it's actually pretty cool that he got that figure. I'm mildly jelly.
Same here.
That's quite a keepsake. That's impressive that he was able to get that.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, she's cool. I'm looking forward to watching She-Hulk.
Same. I thought the trailer looked so much better than the first one.
Yeah. I will probably purchase that figure when it comes out for general release.
Same.
Because some people get to have things early, but that's neither here nor there.
All right. So final thoughts. I mean, my final thoughts for this panel is the same I felt for pretty much my experience of Comic-Con. A hard 5 out of 5.
Oh, this experience, yeah, for sure, 5 out of 5.
The panel was great. The reveals were great.
I was listening to like what your wordage was. You're like 5 out of 5 for Comic-Con. I was like, you mean the experience with Marvel? Yes, that was 5 out of 5 for sure. With the Marvel team is definitely 5 out of 5, and of course the reveals for the the Phase 5 for Marvel.
Yeah. Oh, so good. Yeah. And then once again for the interview for Dan and Ryan, like guys, A+ guys, 5 out of 5. I mean.
Yeah, thanks for the interview, Dan and Ryan. We appreciate it
so much. And then I have to give you a little extra props. Y'all know y'all's lighting. Y'all know where to stand for great lighting. Bravo. So our final Whiskey scores for the panel, 5 out of 5. The reveals, great reveals. I think there is something here for everyone. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see the next Hasbro Marvel
They'll do a fans first Tuesday or fans first Friday. We'll
Yeah.
see them again.
Exactly. All right.
Hopefully,
Exactly.
hopefully. Yes.
Exactly. But that is it for episode 83. He is K Wish. I am Bobby. We will see you in the toy aisle, and we'll see you shortly for another episode of A Toy Kind of Mood.
Certainly will. All right. Peace.